Slow, eerie music plays in the background. The screen shows a misty cemetery with ancient, crumbling gravestones and twisted trees. A cold wind rustles through the leaves. Have you heard of the creatures that lurk in the shadows? The legends of bloodthirsty beings that roam in the darkness of the night? Tonight, on Ravivar, we bring you a tale of terror. A story of an ancient curse, a blood moon, and a terrifying vampire that haunts the village of Dunsmir. The camera shifts to an abandoned castle perched on a cliff, half hidden in fog. Centuries ago, in a land of darkness, there was a man named Raziel. But Raziel was no ordinary man. He was a vampire, cursed with immortality but doomed to feed on the blood of the living. The music intensifies as a more detailed view of the castle appears. The screen shows glimpses of Raziel's past, where he is seen as a noble prince who makes a dark pact for eternal life. Raziel was once a powerful prince, driven mad by his lust for power. His hunger for immortality led him to a dark deal, a deal that gave him eternal life, but at a horrible price. He roamed the earth as a vampire, forever trapped in the shadows, feeding on the blood of the innocent. The camera shifts to scenes of Raziel hunting in the village, chasing unsuspecting victims under the cover of night. On every full moon night, when the blood moon rises in the sky, Raziel emerges for the hunt. His name is spoken in fear, for none have ever survived his wrath. Those who cross his path are found days later, drained of blood and lifeless. The camera moves to the small, terrified village of Dunsmir. People are shown locking their doors and windows as night falls. Children cry, and villagers exchange fearful tales. Under the shadow of Raziel's castle lies the village of Dunsmir, haunted by fear and death. For generations, villagers have tried to end Raziel's terror, but none have ever returned. With every full moon, someone disappears and the village remains in constant dread. Elderly woman, fearfully. Lock your doors and stay inside. The blood moon rises tonight. The camera shows the blood moon slowly rising in the sky, casting a menacing red glow over the village. The villagers live in constant fear, for they know that when the blood moon rises, Raziel will emerge once again. The camera shifts to a new character, Alina, a young and curious woman who arrives in the village. She's shown stepping out of a carriage, gazing at the dark landscape. But there was one who dared to face the darkness. Alina, a brave and curious woman from the city, came to Dunsmir, unaware of the danger lurking in the shadows. She sought peace and adventure, but what she found was a village paralyzed with terror. Alina steps out of the carriage, her eyes filled with curiosity and concern. Despite the villagers' warnings, Alina was not one to run from a mystery. She was determined to uncover the truth behind the village's terrifying legends. Alina began her investigation, studying ancient texts that spoke of Raziel and the blood moon. She discovered that Raziel was once a prince, cursed for his greed, but to break the curse, she would have to face him during the blood moon, when his powers would be at their peak.
You shouldn't be here, ma'am. No good comes from seeking the truth here. Many have tried and none have returned. You should leave the village before it's too late.
I can't turn back now. If there's any chance to save this village, I must try.
The night had arrived. As the blood moon rose into the sky, Alina gathered her courage and prepared to face Raziel. Armed with sacred objects, a silver dagger and a torch filled with sacred light, she made her way to the castle. As Alina entered the castle, a cold wave washed over her. The air reeked of decay, and she could hear Raziel's faint whispers emerging from the darkness. Raziel laughing. "Oh, a brave human. Have you come to be my next meal?" Alina steadfast. "I've come to end your reign of terror, Raziel. Tonight it ends." The fight was fierce. Raziel unleashed his powers, but Alina was prepared. She wielded the sacred light with courage, illuminating the darkness of the castle. Alina shouting, "I won't let you hurt anyone else!" With the dawn approaching, Alina knew she had to act quickly. The rising sun would weaken Raziel's powers. She charged at him, aiming the dagger at his heart. With one final scream, Raziel was engulfed by the light, leaving behind nothing but ashes. The curse was broken, and the village of Dunsmir was finally free. Alina had done what no one else could. She defeated the vampire and ended his reign of terror. But as she left the village, she couldn't help but wonder, are there more like him, hiding in the shadows, waiting for the next blood moon?